What up, party people in the place to be? It's your brother Z to the O without the E. I hope everybody is doing well today. You already know your brother Zo got a lot to say. Hey, it's going to be absolutely lit in here. So, I have an amazing dissertation, so to speak. I really want you guys to support the channel. I will say this, over the past 3 weeks, 3 Fridays, man, you guys have really smashed the like button, and I attribute it to just, you guys, I guess you guys like the content, the information, the boll weevil theology. People really like that boll weevil metaphor. Last week I forgot what I was talking about, but it was a really good metaphor as well. And I have yet another, as this may potentially be the final ZoWhat show. This is my thought process regarding that. The brother Mike selling the studio, and my thought process is, okay, do I want to take it to another studio? I don't know. The ZoWhat show has been in a building, since 2012. And not only has it been in the building, it is a pioneer. A lot of the things we've done on the ZoWhat show, set the tone for other podcasts in terms of formatting of shows, jam-packed rooms with way more people than we had mics for. Like, the ZoWhat show, did a lot to do that. And then on top of that, the content. You can go on this YouTube channel right now and you can find a show with me, Corey Holcomb, Milton Grimes, who was Rodney King's lawyer for that horrible beating, right? Yeah. Not only that, I'm not done naming people. Internationally known writer, psychologist, FBI translator trainer, Dr. Mark Goulston.
Oh, yeah.
International best-selling author. Oh, that's not it. And then on the phone, we had legendary Baba. You know who he is. I don't even want to say his name. Right? Man. Y'all know who he is. Can y'all say his name? Who got into that argument with Uncle Bobby? Bobby was there. ZoWhat show done had Bobby. Bobby done brought Jerry West and Jim Brown. Like, this show right here set the tone for a lot of shows. And I would just say, YouTube suppression because of how I talk, which is a real thing. I'm talking some talk, but y'all gonna name who was going at Uncle Bobby? Are y'all gonna name it? Are y'all gonna name who went at Uncle Bobby on that show?
Dr. G, yeah, he crazy.
Dick Gregory. So if this is the final show, I'm encouraging everybody to hit the super chat or the Cash App and support the show in its last days. Jeff Brown was on that show. I mean, we were the first to do that. Nobody else was doing it that crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna say we were the first to do it. I'll say we learned it from the foxhole. I'm gonna give credit to where credit is due. I think Jamie was the first to have just a room full of just chaos and people going nuts. Personalities. I'm gonna give that to Jamie Foxx on the foxhole. But I think where I and Jamie go separate ways. I crammed the room with meaning. He crammed the room with comedy. So, yeah, that's where we went our separate ways. Everybody that was on my show had an angle, a perspective. So it was like looking at a diamond. Everybody come in here, hit the like button. As soon as you get in, we got to get all, and relationship concepts, yes. Very well could be. Now, yeah, let me get to what I do. I'm promoting black-owned businesses as usual, including myself. I told people last couple weeks, because I have been hearing rumblings, I told people last couple weeks, hey man, I got 195 copies of my book, The Shrouded Lighthouse. Buy the book. Just get the last, so I can get the boxes out of my house. So I got 195 copies, and I'm giving, I'm doing autographs. I will autograph the book. Please support. Please support. Do that for your brother. Go to my website, MrZoWhat.com.
Mansions. Yeah.
That's Mr. Mansions, man. Yeah. Boy. Mansions at Dash Radio? Yeah. Absolutely bonkers. Mansions, they're still on the YouTube channel. Mansions is still on this YouTube channel. Mansions, you're an intellectual, you dig. The larger society is threatened. Watch, be nice. Watch what today's topic is. And I feel like we should support that, but today's topic is gonna kind of delve into that a little bit. So yes, go to my website, Mr. ZoWhat. Please purchase the remaining copies of my book. I would appreciate it. Also, we still have the Lazarus pill. I got 5 packages that are packaged up now, ready to go out. Last weekend, I shipped off 20 packages. So, we still got the Lazarus, aka RZN, He is Risen. Go to my website, MrZoWhat.com. All right? And then there's Total Package Energy. Now, let me just say, if you see me here next week, then that means he didn't sell it. All right? That means he didn't sell it. If you see me here next Friday, that means he didn't sell it. But if he didn't sell it, things are tougher for him. So I'm not celebrating, oh, back for another ZoWhat show, if it's tougher for the brother. You understand? So, yeah. What else do I have? Hold on. Total Package Energy, that we've been rocking with them for the longest. Go to Total Package Energy. Also, please support Russell Herbals. Go to russellherbals.com. Please continue to support that black-owned business. Of course, I'll still be on KBLA Talk 1580 doing the world's most radical and revolutionary, thought-provoking, and incendiary relationship topics. But this was the show I got to let loose and cuss and really go hardcore to the fringe of different philosophical, historical, humanistic, and metaphysical content. But that's all right. That's all right. I'm going to think about, if I bring back the ZoWhat show or Mansions or any other iterations, what it should look like, right? Hold on. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to set up the show before we get into the topic because it's a lot to cover. All right. Here we go. Francisco, you ready?
Yes, sir.
It's about to be crazy. Let me see what they saying in the chat, because I can't see the chat unless I open up my phone. Hey, wait, both of these are mine?
That's your cream.
What is, this is a Dr. Lytle's.
Okay.
It's fine. I thought this is yours. Cream?
No, I got.
Oh, for my oatmeal.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. I got it.
You want me to over there?
Yeah. That could be, yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah. She brought the oatmeal. Hey, man, I got to eat right.
Shout out to Mike.
All right, and
Omar Hurd, man, thank you for the Cash App. You're the first Cash Apper today. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Today's topic is going to be explosive. You already know I got it set up.
I should do that, sir.
Let me shout out at Kente_97. Thank you, brother. Let me like your support. Lloyd Hinton. Thank you, brother.
Shout out to you, Lord.
Always appreciate you, Lloyd.
Man.
So listen, if this show meant anything to you, if this show
I don't think it's gonna show.
brought something to your life, changed you in any way, uplifted you in any way, I would say today is the day to support it. You can go to my Cash App, which is ZoWhat Netter, $ZoWhat Netter, Netter, $ZoWhat Netter. That's my Cash App. Yes, Zoe is on KBLA Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. It can be heard on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. That's right. Crisp Sugar. Yeah. I like to call mine GOAT meal. Okay. Everybody hit the like button so we can get into the algorithm here on YouTube. And I want this to be a celebration, but this is definitely going to be some heavy talk today. All right. Let's hop right to it. With everything that's going on in the world right now, Tank and Tyrese. They're about to do a For the Ladies versus.
Oh my God.
You know. Oh my God. With everything going on right now, Tank and Tyrese. I think we need to be entertained during this time. You know, people are always saying, oh, that's a distraction. Them blowing up a building was a distraction.
They gonna be sold out, dog.
They're going to be sold out.
What?
That's a distraction. We need to be focusing, and then we need to be building and unity. But I got to take my girl down to the Tank Tyrese versus the TT versus. With everything going on in the world right now, this is what we got popping. And no disrespect to either of those two brothers, but you're going to see where I go with this thing today. Were you looking for the picture? I sent all of the pictures. You don't have none of the...
I asked you, like, those are the 5 things that I got. Yeah.
So you didn't get none of the
No
pictures.
pictures, all videos.
And so what I knew, listen, man, listen, What the?
But we get it though.
So the last ZoWhat show potentially you just gonna be on some fuck shit. You didn't get none of the stuff I sent. Man, what's your email address, dog?
So,
Or how can I export this to you right now? Is there?
that's a Apple one, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, just go ahead and airdrop it.
I should be able to airdrop it. Let's
Yeah, go ahead and hit the share button, and then it should be the
airdrop.
And you should see vibes.
I should see vibes. All right, when that comes up, because I don't listen. I'm like, what? I see Michael. I don't see vibes. The last ZoWhat show. If you appreciate the content and want to support Zo, please hit the super chat or his Cash App. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, family. Always, and congratulations, Tyrese. I appreciate you guys for showing your love. Thank you, thank you. There it is. Vibes. There you go. Is that it? I heard it beat. All right. Because we got stories to cover, and I want to cover them quickly. All right. You did get it. Cool. All right. So, really quickly, let's run through this very, very quickly. Lloyd Hinton back in here. Supporting. Thank you, Lloyd. All right, let's run through this real quick. Who y'all got? Tyrese or Tank? Since we want to play this game. Who do you guys have? Tyrese or Tank? Who you got, Francisco?
Man,
I don't really have a dog in the fight.
I'm gonna say Tank. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, I don't know as many Tyrese hits. Like, you know, I know him more as an actor. I know him from before, but like, I know him more as an actor though. But Tank he been dropping music like nonstop though. And
I will say Anita Baker did a remix of one of Tyrese's records lately.
Okay.
Lately was big for Tyrese, but man, lately was big for Tyrese. But she did it even well. Yeah, I mean, for the ladies, y'all, March 26th.
Oh, the ladies.
And why is it's always a versus with us? It's Crips and Bloods. It's up. It's Christians, Muslims. With us, it's up. It's always a versus. People are voting in here.
Oh.
They saying Tyrese.
Okay.
They saying Tank.
Yeah, I think I got my money on Tank though.
All right. All right. Uncle Zoroaster is crazy. All right, on to some more interfamily scuffles. Interfamily scuffles is crazy. Has black entertainment, music, movies, podcasts, radio, and social media become a vehicle for toxic escapism in a time where self-awareness is at a critical all-time high? True or false? Black music served as a vehicle for hidden liberation messages. Now it's a great deal. Now a great deal of it serves as a vehicle for open degeneracy. Back in the day, I played the Boll Weevil song. Slaves sing the Boll Weevil song. That means we ain't got to work no more because we saw a boll weevil in the cotton field. And if you see one, he brought his whole family. That means the cotton is going to be eaten up so we don't have to work. We don't have to have long, crazy ass days. The boll weevil is going to shut down the cotton field. You don't get to torture us all day, right? The old slave saying was, we work from can't see to can't see. So before the sun go up and after it go down, we work from can't see to can't see. So when they sang the boll weevil song, singing the boll weevil song in front of Massa, he didn't know what they were singing. But they singing, oh, we saw one. And you know, if you see one, his whole family is there. They gonna eat all this cotton. And in a relatively quick amount of time, like you'll wake up and the whole shit's gone because of a boll weevil. Boll weevil comes out of Mexico as an insect. The slaves made a song about it. See, because back then you can't say how you really feel. Black people have always been code switching, not just at work. Well, always at work.
At work.
Right?
Not just corporate yet.
But now, that's the question. True or false? Black music served as a vehicle for hidden liberation messages. Now a great deal of it serves as a vehicle for overt degeneracy. Black woman, if you've been sexualized by predatory, patriarchal white men for centuries, why would you bust it open on YouTube?
Don't make sense.
We have a new archetype of femininity, and I'm not disrespecting sisters, I'm just asking a question. Did Little Kim know she would be iconic for busting it open on that classic picture? Not only has other rappers recreated it, such as Nicki Minaj and others, Ice Spice. It's now an archetype. But did that archetype exist before Little Kim? I'm just asking the question. True or false? Code switching was used in the past to protect hidden messages and legacies. Now it serves to hide and protect unhealed wounds from our partners while saving our jobs. I know people don't like hearing questions put that way. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the super chat, support, support, support. I don't know if the super chat is actually counting. The super chat is saying there's only one super chat, but I've seen you guys jump in there. You guys can definitely go to my Cash App and support as well. Danielle Jones, thank you for the support. Lloyd Hinton, thank you for the support. MJ Hester, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 on super chat. We have 4 on Cash App. Please continue to support the potential last ZoWhat show. So I'm not here to disrespect black music or black entertainment. That's just part of our culture, but clearly it's being weaponized to our lower conscious selves. That is not an attack on Tyrese or Tank. The Versus platform was created during COVID and gave everybody something to do because we were stuck inside, right? It was an amazing time in terms of, damn, it was something to watch. I would also give Jarvis, thank you, Jarvis. I would also give, what's our guy? Club Quarantine, D Nice. Got to give D Nice his roses for making COVID even more tolerable. I will say, with the war going on in Iran, please understand it's not just oil prices, it's energy prices in general, and there are some major complexities around the Strait of Hormuz. It's a kill box. Israel attacked one of the largest oil fields. Listen, it's going up. That's a region over there who believes I'm going to get 70, virgins if I die in jihad. That's a region over there who believes America is the great Satan, Shaitan. That's a region over there who, if they've been calling us the great Shaitan, you think they don't want to fight? Now, it's been smoke between the U.S. and Iran since '79. So Iran is over there attacking even other Middle East countries because we doing business. We got bases, and you understand? We bring wealth and resources. So Jonathan Brown, thank you. So when you hear shit like, this is why I was so hard on, what's the little girl? Lotto. Brokey. You about to be broke too. It's all a facade. Wealth, right? It's a game to the people that created the game. If you didn't create the game, that makes you a player in the game. And every player in the game is disposable to the game. That's why when you play in the game, you get a certain amount of lives. That's speaking of your disposability. But the real game is, guess what? You only have one life.
You're on fire right now.
That's how the graveyard got started. Nothing. Nothing. Zo, how can I get 3 holographic relationship books? Just go to the website. I would appreciate if everybody just bought out all of my books because, like I said, potentially this is the final show. And after being such a monster for many years on YouTube over the past 5-6 years has actively suppressed the views. Actively. So even now we sit at 74,000, almost 75,000 subscribers, but very few of those actually get notifications and all of that.
I'm not even getting notifications.
Huh?
I said, I'm not even getting notifications. No.
Hell,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting notifications.
You know what I'm saying?
I myself don't get notifications.
That's crazy.
So let's go to the next mess out there. Brandy, Cameron, Mace. Damn, Sugar Crisp. I love you, sister. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Sugar Crisp been rocking with me this whole damn time. Damn. Thank you, Sugar Crisp. Can everybody hit her you can like her or donation. Let's get there. I think we're gonna get there. Let's get there. I made it 50 today. We're gonna have about 300-400 people in here. If we can get 50 people to drop at least $5 and support the channel, I will be greatly appreciative. Oh man. It's about to go down, y'all. All right, so overt degeneracy in our entertainment. Now, let me just get back to it. So, I don't understand why. Everything about it is I exposed this, I exposed that. Everything about social media and this was exposed and that was exposed and I had to get him and I had to say this about her and I had to let them know. This is the time that we're living in. First and foremost, Shyne had a moment. And I won't even say a moment, it was a nanosecond. His moment was born out of desperation, from Puff, because Biggie was killed. So you got a shot because you merely sound like a legend, but you didn't have the lyrical capability, the prowess, the pocket work, the timing. So you had a moment. And because of your affiliation, you've been able to extrapolate some celebrity from it. It's unfortunate that you had to go to prison. It's unfortunate that you had to go to prison under those particular circumstances. But what is the need to why come on a podcast and talk about a sister who has been married, who has been divorced, who has a daughter, an adult daughter, who is an icon in the black community? And I'm not saying Shyne started the conversation. It was Mace. But we understand social media is a trauma cycle. If it ain't no drama in it, if it ain't no BS in it, there's no need to watch it. Right? And you have to remember the algorithms are based on what you watch already. So you create the algorithm that delivers the toxicity to your front door. What I am finding through independent research, I'm literally doing surveys with different people, different groups of people, to see exactly what it is that they're watching. And when I bring up topics like the controversy that happened on, Cam and Mace's show, when I bring that up, a great deal of our people are tapped in and know a lot about what's happening. That means they watch that kind of stuff. It's a currency. It's a trauma cycle. It's a trauma currency. And then, of course, it says right here, Brandy in the late 90s, she is saying, I had a platonic friendship with the rapper Shyne. The way the question was framed by Cameron is that both Mace and Shyne had a relationship with her, or maybe even intimated, and I didn't even see their clip, but potentially even intimated that there was some type of sexual liaison that both of them engaged in with her. In the 90s, she was young as fuck. All right? She said, I had a platonic friendship with rapper Shyne. In an unfortunate turn of events, that friendship is now being mischaracterized as we dated. Unequivocally, we did not. I'm not sure why an untrue narrative about a scope of what was a friendship more than 20 years ago is being reshaped during his current media interview. She's talking about Shyne. Additionally, this is Brandy talking. This is her statement. Additionally, I rarely release statements and typically ignore stories about me in the headlines, even when they're false. But when I do decide to stand up for myself, I handle things on my own. While I love my brother Ray J, I don't condone or support the messages he shared on social media and have not asked him to defend me in any form. That's Brandy talking. Ray J comes out talking about the agency and we gonna bend you over.
He's done this before, brother. This is nothing.
But Ray J has also said that he uses his life trauma. He said, whenever my life go bad, I make more money. That's what the man said now.
Yep.
I promise you, I'm just going through the current events. I ain't even talked about nothing. I ain't even got started.
Look at the head shakers.
I promise you, this is not my topic.
Power murder.
That's how the graveyard got started. In a motherfucker business. So Ray J went over the top for his sister, but when I say he went over the top, he went over the top.
What's up? Threatening fabulous like this.
But why do we have to get online? Did you get my, you got all my stuff now, right? No.
One more time, the airdrop.
I see y'all coming in. Y'all coming in. Everybody hit the like button so we can get in the algorithm, please. Everybody hit that like button so we can get in the algorithm. Ohio got hit by a 17,000-pound meteorite.
Damn.
Left a crater. 17, I think it was 17 metric tons. What was it? I have the story right here. 17,000 pounds. I said it right. NASA confirms boom in Ohio was 17,000-pound meteor. People around Northeast Ohio flooded Nexstar's WDW newsroom with reports of what sounded like a large explosion that lasted several sounds just before 9 a.m. and caused homes and businesses to shake. NASA confirmed a 6-foot, 17,000-pound meteor traveled 44,000 miles per hour over Northeast Ohio. It was 50 miles above Lake Erie when the first flash was detected. A meteor, sometimes called a shooting star, is a piece of space rock that crashes through Earth's atmosphere, according to NASA. Yeah. So, okay. Asteroids falling, war happening. Wait, hold on. Niggas still beefing. I know it seems like I'm scattered, but I'm telling you, there's a methodology to my madness. I know it seems like I'm all over the place, but there's a method to my madness. And a lot of y'all are not going to be happy that I talked about it. On the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580, I talked about self-competence over intimacy. It's easy to become intimate with somebody. And I've always advocated, hey, self-competence. How intimate are you with yourself? And I'm not talking about masturbation, mental, physical, or otherwise. I'm talking about, have you started the journey of self-healing, self-awareness, self-development, self-competence? When you have low self-competence, there's self-doubt, there's insecurities, there's fear and avoidance, there's anxious and withdrawn, there's a fixed mindset, always playing it safe, always relying on others. There's a limited self, right? Sympathetic nervous system, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. That's low self-competence. When you're constantly relying on your man or your woman to give you a sense of self, a sense of purpose, and a sense of happiness. That is low self-competence. Why? Because self-competence is an inside job, i.e. self. High self-competence, right? Self-belief. without arrogance, without entrenched narcissism. Self-belief. Confident and capable. Courage and growth. Proactive and empowered. You have a growth mindset. Embracing challenges. Understanding that your perspective isn't the only perspective. The empowered self is the parasympathetic nervous system. Calm and focused. Present. Why does this matter? Self-competence has a cost. Right? That's my chart, my flow chart for you. Self-competence has a cost. What is the cost of self-competence? Let me tell you, this other side over here, this low self-competence, this is what the society creates in us as people. Low self-competence. See, self-competence isn't about getting a job. Self-competence isn't about getting a degree. Self-competence isn't about becoming rich and famous. Self-competence is about self-conquering. I came from a broken household. I got to conquer the pattern, which is a mold for future adult relationships. I got to conquer that pattern. This is why I put Dr. David R. Hawking's consciousness grid in the middle. Low self-competence deals with the lower part of the consciousness grid. The lower part of the consciousness grid, apathy, guilt, and fear. According to Dr. David R. Hawkins, over 99.999999% of the world's population is vibrating at the level of fear. You got a broken mama, you got a broken caregiver system, broken parents, you're going to hover fear, guilt, apathy, shame. Did your mama use shame to raise you? I know Jeff Brown and others say we need to bring shame back. No, we don't. It's too low of a consciousness grid. It's too low on the consciousness grid. What it creates, this is what trauma is. A psycho-spiritual wound. It's not a physical wound. It's not a wound that can heal like skin. Right? It's a psychological wound. It's a psycho-spiritual wound. Do you see? Low self-competence. We seek to get into relationships. We seek to get into business. We seek to get into successful spaces with low self-competency. And then we wonder why it all goes bad. Well, society is training you to be efficient like a machine, or you're not employable. Right? And self-competency has nothing to do with that. I need a workforce. This is why they're taking the humanities out of universities. The humanities are for royalty. This is why they're pushing STEM. We need you to be efficient at every single. We don't need you to be empathetic, considerate, kind, caring. We don't need any of that. If you want to keep your job and compete with AI, you need to be efficient in science, math, system building. All you got to do is talk to a youngster. Hey, you in college? Yeah, I'm in college. What you in college for? Oh, I'm in college for business. Oh, really? Well, which aspect of business? And if they come back with marketing, you're not going to get it. Nigga, you're going to be at...
You're going to be on the side.
You're going to have a degree that ain't got...
Statue of Liberty outfit.
Business admin. Oh, you finna be running 24-hour fitness. You finna... Do you understand? And this isn't to besmirch or denigrate them. Again, if they come back with the math side on building systems, economies, business systems, and they got the math piece, now they can go all over the world and be employed by governments. Right? Listen to what I'm saying. You can have all of that and still have low self-competence. Self-competence is about self-conquering wounds from within. In order to get into that university, you need something called, or you need to meet the requirements of something called burn tuition. I've got a chart. I sent it to you. It's in there. See if you could pull up the burn tuition chart. I'm finna show y'all some, y'all about to be mad at me. That's all I gotta say. Everybody hit the like button for the last show. Everybody hit the like button. I hope it's not. Oh, Lord. The burn tuition. Can we make that full screen?
That's the biggest it's going to get for us.
Low competency requires you. This is the cost of higher consciousness right here. You want to get to self-competency before you get into intimate relationships. Why? Because intimate relationships operate as a mirror. They're going to reflect all of the shit you haven't done. This is the cost for higher consciousness. Right? There's necessary fire. There's misread fire. And then there's forbidden fire. Burn tuition, the cost of consciousness. Pain without awareness equals purposeless pain. Comfort, illusion, attachment, reaction, fragmentation, entropy, repeated pain. This is an entropic cycle. I'm seeking comfort, the soft life. Oh, I want to live an illusion. We live in an illusion in America right now.
Yeah.
Tank and Tyrese on the 26th. Schools are being blown up across.
For the ladies.
Pain without awareness equals purposeless pain, equals pain without a purpose. So in America, we're seeking comfort, illusion, attachment, reaction, fragmentation. This is an entropic cycle that goes over and over and over again. This is why a motherfucker can sing about brokey. When the world is in turmoil, people say, oh, Donald Trump made a bad decision by attacking. Donald Trump looks bad because the rest of the world is like, nah, man, we're not finna help you. Then Donald Trump doubles down, triples down, and says, guess what? Y'all need to come over here and help secure this. And guess what they're starting to do? Come over there and help secure, because you know what? They say, oh, he made a tactical mistake. No, he's playing fucking poker. The prices, he's sitting back in Oval, the price is just going to get worse. No. Economies all over the world are going to collapse. I'll wait if you'll wait. So now other countries say, well, hell, we just can't wait because energy costs are going through the roof. We got to go intervene to open up the Strait of Hormuz. We got to do that. Because when he first asked, it was like, nah, you started that. Okay, cool. I'm going to sit over here and wait too. You see what I'm saying? World going crazy. We're in this purposeless pain situation. Nobody's healing. We want to know what happened between Shyne and Brandy. We want to know what happened between Mace and Brandy. Inquiring minds want to know. This is what's on our mind right now. Burn tuition. The cost of higher consciousness. Higher consciousness ain't cheap. Burn tuition is accepted pressure. This is what you get once you pay the burn tuition. Learning how to go through the fire. Because, we're about to go through the fire. Bleed at. Pressure, self-awareness, observation, responsibility, integration equals self-competency, healing. This is what Carl Jung stole. Oh yeah, he stole it. Self-realization, self-actualization, merging of the mask and the shadow. That's what integration is, calling it individuation. Yeah. We're fragmented all over the world. Spiritually laymen, spiritual commoners, right? We've been taught that higher consciousness is unattainable, unrealistic, and on top of that, it don't pay no bills, brokey. So, low self-competence equals self-fragmentation. Self-fragmentation equals relationship conflict, mirrored conflict. Mirrored conflict is an opportunity because it's a meaning crisis. What does this mean to me? This is why we're not healed as people. This is why our relationships are always struggles. Oh, even when they good. You live in a world that's playing Monopoly, but it's your real world. Hey, if you thought I got to today's topic, I didn't. I just needed to cover the Tank and Tyrese. I needed to cover this because this is what we're interested in. You know, LeBron James is 41. He does.
Did you see him?
You see him take all.
Oh man! Yo, he hurt his elbow. He might be done.
Lakers look like they're gonna make a move. So meteors are falling. War in the Middle East. Okay. A lot going on. Gas prices through the roof, right? Did I cover everything?
Epstein is back.
Oh yeah. Epstein, let's not forget.
Rothschild. Said the gay bomb, like I said.
All this stuff going on, right?
Soul City.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. I want to shout out everybody who is supporting right now. Please go to my Cash App. If you enjoy the work that I've done, I'm hoping this isn't the last show, but I do understand that we are living in some really tight times. We living in some tough times. So I have a few spaces for you to support, and that is my books. I have 195 copies of my books remaining. I have 195 copies of my book remaining. I'm shipping out 5 packages from last week as soon as I leave the studio today. Please go to my website, MrZoWhat.com, purchase the books. You can also get the Lazarus pill there. The Lazarus pill is such a problem for so many people. The Lazarus pill definitely works beyond comprehension. Okay? People are really tripping on the Lazarus pill. Go buy those as well. Like I said, we're hoping that I would have to sit and think about the future of the ZoWhat show somewhere else. As it stands today, I really don't want to go to another studio and continue. So yes. Yeah. Also, multiple ways to support. There's a $sign at the bottom of this chat right here. Please go. Yes, we talked about the meteor in Ohio. Please go to the $sign and drop at the very least $5. We're trying to get to 50 supporters here on YouTube for the potential final show. And it could be a combination of YouTube support as well as Cash App support. You can go to my Cash App, $sign, ZoWhat Netter, Eddie, Lloyd, Nasheed, Jarvis, MJ, Danielle, Lloyd twice, and Omar have gone to the Cash App. If you want to go there, if you want to go to my Super Chat, which is the $sign, please continue to do that. All right, here's my indictment. Here's my thought process. And like I said, people might not like this. People may not like my assessment. I mean no disrespect. The deeper you look into human history, the harder it becomes to maintain the comforting belief that people lose their higher awareness only because they are ignorant, immoral, or misled. The record suggests something more unsettling. Human beings often understand more than they live. I need that to settle in your spirit. Human beings often understand more than they live, believe more than they practice, and preach more than they are willing to embody. The gap between what we say we value and what we actually reward is not an accident of modern culture. It appears in ancient empires, medieval kingdoms, religious institutions, revolutionary moments, and modern democracies alike. The pattern repeats so consistently that it begins to look less like cooperation and more like a built-in tension between consciousness and survival. Listen, I don't know who I'm talking to. You're going to be mad when I tell you what you are. I'm framing it up for you. I'm telling you what's going on in the world. I'm framing it up for you. I'm trying to do this the nicest way I can, but I know you're going to be pissed off when I tell you what you are. Anthropology has long observed that the size and complexity of a society change the emotional rules people live by. In small communities, relationships are direct, consequences are visible, and empathy is harder to avoid because everyone depends on everyone else. A collectivistic society, which is different than the individualistic society we live in right now. Who was the first Neo in the Bible? Who wanted to be the one in the Bible? Do you know, Francisco, who wanted to be the one?
John the Baptist before Jesus?
No. That was the herald of Jesus. He was like, I'm telling y'all, there's one coming. Boy, who wanted to be the one? The first one that wanted to be the one.
Talking about Lucifer?
Boom! And he wanted to be what one, according to the Christian canon? He wanted to replace the one. Okay, cool. Listen to what I just said. I want to bring it back down In small communities, relationships are direct, consequences are visible, and empathy is harder to avoid because everyone depends on everyone else. I ain't seen a black preacher yet say we're going to cancel verses for a week of silence to acknowledge all of the little girls and boys and children in Iran, in Israel, during this conflict. We're going to take a week off for meditation and prayer for those people. No, we're going to do a versus between Tyrese and Tank. The concerts must go on. The entertainment, entrainment must go on. The distraction, listen, America was built on a dream. They keep you asleep in toxic trauma loops. Toxic entertainment trauma loops. Listen, in large civilizations, the opposite becomes true. Did you notice the most individualistic civilizations on planet Earth are all European? And the leading one is America? In large civilizations, the opposite becomes true. Decisions affect people you will never meet. Power operates at a distance. Responsibility gets divided into roles. Under those conditions, a person can perpetuate the dominant system from afar. The system is operating, but a person can perpetuate it. They don't even have to be tied in. It's not collectivistic. It's individualistic. Do it again, Zo. Responsibility gets divided into roles. Under those conditions, a person can participate in something harmful without ever feeling personally cruel. I can participate at a distance. A person can participate in something harmful without ever feeling cruel. Think about the Nikes on your feet. That's still a thing, you know. That's why that basketball player was going at LeBron. You remember that basketball player in the NBA a couple of years ago going at LeBron, talking about his shoes and his deal because he understood that child labor was still in effect to make the damn Nike? Niggas is talking about they cities and they people are better than other cities with other black folk in it. This ties us back to Krishnamurti. No measure of health to be fully integrated into a toxic society. How you gonna have a soft, raised voice? It's a contradiction. I don't think what he's doing is right, but it's America, so. Let me give you that one more time. Responsibility gets divided into roles. Under those conditions, a person can participate in something harmful without ever feeling personally cruel. The system absorbs the moral weight, and the individual keeps functioning. Over time, the ability to function without feeling everything becomes a requirement, not a flaw. The ability Listen, over time, that ability to function without feeling everything becomes a requirement, not a flaw. Without it, the machinery of civilization would slow down. History shows that even the most spiritually influential cultures have never been exempt from this pressure. India produced some of the most profound metaphysical texts ever written. The Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Vedas, and yet it still exists in a world of borders, alliances, and nuclear deterrence. The land of the Avatar. You see it in the Quran as illa muta jasada. Illa, Allah, muta, right? Jasada, Allah in the body. In ancient Kemet, you had the Heru name of King Zoser. His Heru, every pharaoh had a Heru name. King Zoser's Heru name was Neter Ket. Neter, Neteru, Neter, God, Ket, God in the flesh. Christians, that's God in the flesh. So the concept of God being in man is ubiquitous. India is their term, avatara. Avatara. You know what it means? This is why Aang in the Airbender has an arrow. The divine descends down into a body. That's what avatar means. That's why he has an arrow pointing down. That's the land of that. They got a nuclear bomb. Just do it.
Contradiction.
Am I nuts? Am I crazy? Francisco,
I mean, you a little off, but you know, like majority of us. You
am I off with the framing?
know. No, of course not. Like, you know, it's the 60s. So.
There's people in the chat right now, chat room people. Chat room people, speak to me. So what are your thoughts on what I'm framing up right now? Because I haven't even told you what you are. And it's really going to piss you off when you find out. If you notice, history shows that even the most spiritually influential cultures have never been exempt from this pressure. We talked about India, right? The machinery requires a lack of care, a lack of concern. I could do foul shit to motherfuckers from a distance and still not feel cruel. The reverse is also true. I can help motherfuckers from a distance and still be detached. I don't know what the fuck they going through. So y'all understand what I'm framing? I hope so, man. I hope so. Diggity says, is this really the last show? All right, since you want to pull me off topic real quick, fine. Like I said in the beginning, maybe you just got here, but I will give you context. The brother who owns this studio is actively looking to sell the studio. He got a meeting with somebody prominent next week. So there's a real opportunity and chance for him to sell this studio. If he sells the studio, I don't have another studio to go to. And I don't know if I will go to another studio. I don't know. I'm undecided on whether I'm going to actually keep the ZoWhat show going. That's why I'm telling everybody to be in here, either hit my super chat, support the channel, go to my Cash App, do what we can just to support the channel. If you enjoy the content and the information that I done laid out since 2012, July 13th, 2012 is when the ZoWhat show started. Nah. Listen, I'm this type of person. Don't use me as a crutch. The motherfucker easy to say, oh, I need you when I'm leaving. Oh, man, what would you gonna find something toxic to watch? You gonna find some other shit to get into. You might find a knockoff version of what I do. No disrespect to anybody. I just got to keep it a buck with y'all. That old adage, that old euphemism is still in play. We really don't respect shit until we no longer have access to it. Let me get back to what I was saying. In large civilization, the opposite becomes true. Decisions affect people who will never meet. Power operates at a distance. Responsibility gets divided into roles. Under those conditions, a person can participate in something harmful without ever feeling personally cruel. The system absorbs the moral weight, and the individual keeps functioning. Over time, that ability to function without feeling everything becomes a requirement, not a flaw. Without it, the machinery of civilization would slow down. History shows that even the most spiritually influential cultures have never been exempt from this pressure. India produced some of the most profound metaphysical texts ever written, yet it still exists in a world of borders, alliances, and deterrence. The Middle East gave rise to traditions centered on submission to God. Right? The word Muslim, mu, one who is, salama, one who is of peace. Iran, Iran, ancient Persia, that's what it's built on top of. They peaceful? Some would say they are. If we're looking at it from a culturally relativistic perspective, some would say they are. But from the outside, looking from an ethnocentric perspective, the narrative is they're not. Right? Anybody supporting the great Satan, the USA, got bombed, even if they were Middle Eastern. Again, the Middle East gave rise to traditions centered on submission to God. Yet the same region has been shaped for centuries by war, conquest, and political struggle. A lot of it has to do with white folks' involvement. Stay out of people's business. That's how the graveyard got started. I bet it was a motherfucker in somebody else's business.
That's wild though.
So you can't just put it on the people in the Middle East as if they just grew up naturally and that's just how they are. Some hands was over there molding and shaping. Right? Europe developed philosophies of reason and human rights. Did they? Europe developed philosophies of reason and human rights, yet built empires through colonization and violence. America speaks constantly about freedom and individual dignity, yet runs on competition so intense that many people feel they cannot stop long enough to ask what freedom is supposed to mean. These contradictions do not cancel the ideas out entirely. They expose the cost of trying to live by them inside a world that rewards survival first. Self-competence, self-realization, moksha, nirvana, self-actualization is not rewarded here. You could be an ain't shit nigga, get rich tomorrow, and everybody's apologizing to you for something you never did. They want to be friends. They expose the cost of trying to live by them inside a world that rewards survival first. Religion reveals the tension in an especially sharp way because the language of religion deals directly with higher consciousness. If the word Muslim points to peace through submission to the divine, and if the word Christian points to living in the spirit of Christ-like love, and if the idea of Israel points to being guided or chosen in alignment with God, then the repeated conflicts between these traditions cannot be explained only by doctrine. Something deeper is happening. Groups that define themselves through devotion to peace and righteousness still find themselves defending territory, protecting identity, and fighting for survival. War becomes justified, then normalized, then remembered as necessary. The contradiction becomes part of the story. Instead of asking why people devoted to peace keep participating in conflict. I'm talking about the Abrahamic belief systems collectively. Peace, justice, freedom. Let's get even deeper, Zo. Let's get even deeper. I don't know if you guys are going to be upset at me for putting it this way. I have a question. In order to live in this society at the highest level, we must all adopt the Bohemian Grove's motto and ritual of the death of care. Is the American dream? Is America a dream? Do we have to go to sleep to the suffering of others in order to live in our elevated spaces here? Right? Let's go even deeper. Do you know what the metaphysical meaning of skull and bones is? Got a lot of presidents that were skull and bones, right? Secret societies, right? Listen, everybody keep supporting the best way you know how. This might be the last time y'all catch me on this tip. Please get in there and support your brother the best way you know how. Thank you, Miss Pretty. Thank you for the wealth of knowledge. You guys are about to be really upset with me in a minute. I promise you, y'all gonna be like, nah, Zo, don't do us like that. Listen, brother, keep it going. I need the knowledge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Everybody, go to my Cash App. Keep supporting. Y'all about to be mad. Do y'all know what the symbolic meaning of that is? From a metaphysical perspective? Because what I'm about to tell you, they shaped your world. If they shaped your world, if they shaped your culture, if you ain't nothing except what their ethos tells you. What do you mean ethos? Ethos is your expertise, your ability to speak on some shit. If your ethos was earned through their system, they validate you. Right? Y'all about to be mad than a motherfucker. Skull and bones. Which bones? Pull it up. You got a picture?
Oh, yeah. I was listening like, yo.
Let's see. Which bones are used in the skull and bones symbol? Huh. Pop right up. Oh, poison. Femur. What is the femur? Your legs. First off, ain't that the symbol of poison? This shit about to get crazy. The metaphysical meaning of skull and bones is mind and body, minus the rib cage. The skull is where the brain, i.e., mind, resides. The femur represents movement. We need to move without the rib cage because the rib cage contains the heart chakra. This is why up in Bohemian Grove, they have a ritual called the death of care. We got to be poisonous to everybody else in order to stay in control. We got to control philosophy, psychology, education, employment, government, politics. There's no rib cage. The thought and then into action through the legs, movement. The conception, then put it into. Your alphas, HBCUs, Divine Nine, their handbook is based on the Skull and Bones handbook. No disrespect to my brothers. I don't know who I'm talking to. I noticed ever since Sugar Crisp, or I don't even know how to say it, Sugar Crisps dropped that $99 on our super chat in the chat room. Everybody just said we not super chat no more. I set it to 50. I need 50 people out of the nearly 300 people in here to support. Please go to the $ at the bottom of the chat and support. The metaphysical meaning of the skull and bones is the mind-body connection, symbolized by the skull, brain, mind, and bones, femur, leg. The skull houses the brain, while the bones, particularly the femur, i.e. leg bone, minus the rib cage, which houses the heart / chakra center, represents action and movement. This is why this term is written on our dollar. Annuit coeptus equals he, God, has favored our undertaking. In the symbol of the skull and bones, the rib cage, which contains the heart chakra, is not included, emphasizing the concept of what we can conceive, we can achieve metaphorically and in reality without being slowed down or interrupted by thoughts and feelings of consideration, compassion, empathy, care, or sympathy. The death of care and empathy. You can't ruthlessly rule the world and its population if you care. We have been conditioned to think and operate in a society with this mindset. We've unknowingly competed with and opposed true love. This about to hurt y'all. What I'm about to say. Whoo. Listen, we've been conditioned. I'm sorry. They took what we created long ago and said, fuck all that.
Never again.
Oh, this is some old stairway to heaven shit, climb to God? Nah, I want to be God here. That's what they did with the ancient mystery teachings that we gave to them. They said, fuck all that climb to heaven shit. which is Jacob's ladder. 33 rungs on the ladder, 33 degrees. Mason, come on. Jesus died at 33. They knew what. Come on. Jacob's ladder. What is ladder? The serpentine, right? That climbs up the chakra centers and up the spinal column and opens up into the feathered serpent. Oh, yeah. They knew. Fuck all that. No, I want to dominate here. That's what they did. And all the people that are under their rule got conditioned by their thought process. Action, put your thoughts into action, shape the world without the rib cage, without the heart. We've been conditioned to think and operate in society with this mindset. We've unknowingly competed with and opposed true love, which has become perceived as a threat. Higher consciousness is also viewed as fantasy, unattainable, unrealistic, and unnecessary. In other words, higher consciousness, integration, healing, expansion, right, or love, which are all synonymous with the foundation of reality, the Creator, Divine Mother, Divine Father force, or God, simply can't pay my bills. I don't have time for that. I can tap dance around it ceremoniously every other Sunday or so. I can tap in and remember my childhood. I can tap in and, do you understand, when I used to go to church, I could tap in every now and then for a little fellowship to feel reconnected. I need something familiar. Yeah. God is the absence of pattern. Your trauma and your experience are made in patterns. Patterns equal prisons. Whoever can control the manufacturing process of your patterns gets to force you into being their pupil. What, Zo? These people run the world, and you are after their pattern. So if your pastor calls them a devil worshiper and they run the world, attention currency, validation, social media, security, right? All of this stuff, right, has become the new social opiate, which has become more addictive than heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and fentanyl combined. The new, most efficient and dangerous drug distributors are social media, entertainment, celebrities. Meanwhile, empathy is declining. This is a clinical fact. And isn't it interesting that as empathy is declining amongst the people, technology is rising? The new most efficient and dangerous drug distributors are social media, entertainment and celebrities. Meanwhile, empathy declining according to clinicians, psychologists, and psychiatrists. So, my question is this reality that we're currently living in actually hell, or the prelude to hell according to biblical Abrahamic stories? Is this Armageddon, or at least leading up to it? Question mark. Here's the meat of what I'm saying. By passive-aggressively complying, capitulating with the way of this toxic world currently, have we become passive-aggressive Satanists? I'm going to let y'all sit with that for a second.
I'm about to say, we can go ahead and close out right now.
Because listen, nobody wants to hear what Zoe is talking about right now. Nobody really wants to tap in. Everybody want to copy and try to sound deep, but I want an original thought. I'm talking about Pastor Bryant. Oh, the boycott is over. I'm talking about T.D. Jakes. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Listen, I'm talking about all the Dalai Lama. The fuck you trying to suck on a little kid's tongue for? Holiness. Oh, don't think I forgot that. Epstein files. Oh, how many black girls, just the little black girls, that isn't to marginalize the other little black kids or other race, but how many little black girls are missing across the country right now?
Across the country, every year.
This is happening in real time. We live in okay, this dude gets to become president even though it's against the rules that says you could be president. Oh, it's against all those rules, but he can still become president twice. He can be impeached twice. He can start a war. He can do whatever. Is that not white male patriarchy? I'm just saying, all of this is happening simultaneously. Our women have learned how to copy Felicia Rashad's presence while still being hoes. Our men have said, if I make the money, I never have to pay the burn tuition for healing. If I make the money, she come with it because she has bent the knee to the system. Let me ask the question again. By passive aggressively complying, capitulating with the way of the toxic world that we live in currently, by its way, how it gets down, have we become passive aggressive Satanists? See, understand the term Satan. It means adversary. Are you the adversary of love? Like an avoidantly attached person? Nigga, you ain't got time for love in this society, nigga. Get the bread, the hoes come with it. That's what 50 said, right? So that means you are in opposition. I'm not talking biblically, I'm talking etymologically. The root of the word. Satan means adversary. Are we taught to be oppositional with regards to how we feel? Shaq just said it. What does Shaq say when he talked about sharing with a woman? Don't ever. She gonna use that shit against you. So just linguistically speaking, you can say he's an emotional Satanist. He's in opposition of sharing his emotions. Have we become passive-aggressive Satanists? Opposers of higher consciousness? We live in a time where motherfuckers are saying love is not enough. Love is the highest level of consciousness, and it is synonymous with the actual presence of God. Individuation, self-realization, self-actualization, moksha, nirvana, all of that is one with love and God. These are all synonyms of the same experience. This is why Dr. David R. Hawking said love is not an action or a verb, but you live in a broken, spiritually impoverished society that says, show me, give me, prove to me. Broken, external searching, not internal discovery. Have we become passive-aggressive Satanists? Opposers of higher consciousness, meaning, empathy, compassion, integration, self-realization, self-actualization, psycho-spiritually, even the humanities itself, while continuing to protect our holier than thou position, status, and place within the collective hallucination called America. We are hallucinating that we're good people. But in a lot of ways, we are opposed to the very things that would liberate us for real. You talk about freedom and liberty. You got to pay to burn tuition so you can reach a level of self-competency, so you can realize that there's an even higher level of self, which is what Jesus was talking about in John when they tried to stone him. And he says, isn't it written in your law that I have said ye are gods? And if the word came from God, then how can the word be broken? Jesus was referencing Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. And I have said ye are gods. But then the Christians will put back because they don't listen to understand. They listen to defend their doctrine. Well, that's God with a lowercase g, where there are no lower cases or upper cases in Hebrew. The word there is Elohim. Aleph, Lamed, Ha, Yod, Mim. Whenever, and then you see Europeans come in and create a whole new vowel structure and say, well, this is what it actually means according to what we need it to mean. But if you go back to the old translation, anytime you see Yod Mim at the end of a Semitic word, an Aramaic word, a Hebraic word, an Arabic word, it means plurality. This is how Abram turned into Abraham, or in Arabic, Ibrahim. First it was father. Then it was the father of many lands, Ibrahim, Yod Mim, Elohim, gods. And I have said, ye are gods, and all of you will die like men. O rise, prince, and go out and judge the earth. Psalms 82:6. Jesus is quoting Psalms 82:6 in John 10. Why do you say you are God? Hey, wait a minute. Many great things I've done. It's not because you say you're God. No, isn't it the word written in your law? And how can, if the word came from God, then how can it be broken? You're under the tutelage of skull and bones. Thought and action without chakra. You say they're Satanists. What about you? If you're educated by them. Krishnamurti, it is no measure of health to be fully integrated, to be well adjusted into a sick society. Oh, but your level of success and meaning comes from this society. The mama I made it of it all comes from I'm trying to get away from them and how they subordinated me. But the only way to do that is through their systems. Your people used to be property. They weren't even people. The money's not real. Fiat currency, all fiat currencies have returned to zero worth. But you can still formulate your mouth and call a nigga broke. See, this is why I think Floyd got to fight again. He almost 50, and he broke now. But what if they decide to say, you know what, let's do something else with money altogether, the concept of it. Only white people can sit on the planet right now and go, let's change the concept of money. You know what black people are doing? Talking shit about black people and waiting for white people to decide what the new money is going to be. And when you decide what that's going to be, I'm going to have a lot of it.
Because I got to go see Tyrese and Tank.
I got to go see Tyrese and Tank. Have we become adversaries, Satanists of higher consciousness? The white boy was genius. He took higher consciousness, demonized it to the people who created it, and made it off limits. So the commoner, STEM, you go take STEM. that humanities shit is for royalty. What is the humanities? The study of humanity. Us. The arts. Philosophy. Psychology. Listen, this is too high of a thought for your meager mind. You should work on cogs and machinery and mathematics to keep the system going. The higher thought is for us. Psychology. Oh, yes, it was born from philosophy. Psychology is the study of the soul. Yes, yes. Something we should sit under a tree and ponder. The philosophy, the love of wisdom. Yes, wisdom is so ubiquitous, yet I cannot pin it down because of its ephemeral nature. It is ineffable to a degree. I cannot say exactly what it is. But I, being the Prince of Rothschild, the Prince of Habsburg, and I have the wealth to sit and ponder these meaningful questions. But you, oh no, you, not you. Get on your treadmill and continue the rat race that will pay the bills that the system of consumption and replacement and consumption and replacement until you die. Continue to do that, so I will have the time and the ability to ponder these things. Satan is a noun, proper name of the supreme evil spirit and great adversary of humanity in Christianity. Old English, Satan, from late Latin, Satan, in the Vulgate. That is a type of Bible. Vulgate is the Latin word that produces our English word vulgar, which means commoner. So our King James Bible from 1611 AD was translated from the Vulgate because they wanted it to be dumbed down for the commoner to read. Words like layman means not of the cloth, meaning only priests could read. Most motherfuckers was ignorant. Where'd they get that from? Ancient Egypt. This is a bit too complex for you. This is what they're doing now. The humanities. No, don't study the humanities or philosophy or psychology or any of the theologies right now. You get into STEM. Oh, God. From late Latin, Satan, in Vulgate, in the Old Testament only. From Greek, Satanas. From Hebrew, Satan, an adversary, one who plots against another. Are Bloods and Crips Satanists? Are Democrats and Republicans Satanists? Are Jack and Jill, Boule, Divine Nine condescending, looking down on broke black people because they've been elevated in society differently than, are they a type of Satanist? If we take it just for what the word means, adversary. T.I. and 50 each other, Satan. They're adversaries, right? One who plots against another, from Satan, to show enmity, to oppose, to plot against, from the root STN, one who opposes, obstructs, or acts as an adversary. Was Jim Crow Satan? Were the black laws Satan? Is white supremacy satanic to black folk? In the Septuagint, which usually refers to the first 5 books of the Bible, translated into Greek as diablos, slanderer. When they didn't tell you the truth about your history, did they slander you? When they said nigga don't mean God, it means ignorant. It means stupid. Did they slander you? one who throws something across the path of another. Do we not throw slights and disrespect towards each other?
We just jump.
I'm asking you. The world is going through hell right now. Could it be that that's where we live? Could it be that we're actually in hell? You don't get rewarded for high consciousness here. You don't get rewarded for expanding the consciousness of other people. In the music industry, I worked for many years. Keep it simple, stupid. The more complex the music, the smaller the audience. I was sitting with legendary music manager, label owner, man, managed Michael Jackson. Is you crazy? Madonna. Lionel Richie, Macy Gray. He managed everybody. Big time. What are we going to do, Zo? With Michelle and Cello? She's got all the accolades and Grammy noms and all of that, but damn, how do I get her to cross over? Yeah, she's talented, but we got to do billing. Am I making sense? Francisco, am I making sense?
You make complete sense, man.
I'm trying to pull it all together, right?
Yeah. I had the answers, like.
Who were the architects of the Middle East? I'm talking about modern day Middle East. You know Saudi Arabia came into existence in the 30s.
I was vaguely aware of that, yeah. Dubai is like the newest attraction now.
Were Persians Muslim? The ancient Persians?
I believe so.
No.
No. So what was that?
Islam is the youngest of the Abrahamic belief systems.
Huh.
The whole lineage, right,
Yeah.
of Abrahamic religions come out of Abraham. But where does Abraham come from? Sumeria. Were they Christian, Hebrew, Muslim, Jew? Were they any of that? Hey, this might be the last ZoWhat show. Let's go out with a motherfucking bang. I don't give a fuck. The Persians. Remember Xerxes and them niggas? All that shit was happening over in that area. I think Xerxes was Iraq, though. I think Sumer is also Iraq. When you get into Persia, what you're getting into is Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism. They were fire worshipers, but they weren't demonic. And a lot of Zoroastrianism kind of overlaps with Hinduism, but with reversed meanings for the same terms. One of them says diva. This is where Devi, D-E-V-I. They both use that term. This is where we get our English term diva. But in one of the religions, Devi is bad, like an evil demon, and then in the other one, it's not. So when you go to Persia, you're going back to the Zoroastrian time. That predates Islam. Islam is the youngest of the Abrahamic belief system. The oldest of the belief system is not Judaism, is Hebrew, right? Some will say Judaism. They'll call it Judaism based off of Judah, right? Where Jesus is supposed to be a branch from that line through David. But those belief systems came out of what? The two dominant societies that were happening at that time. Before them, that predates them. Sumeria, Akkadian. And Abraham himself, he was Sumerian. He crossed over the Tigris-Euphrates River and somebody saw him and said, guess what? He's a Hebrew, Eber. He crossed over the river. That's what made him a Hebrew. It's a verb. Seen from this angle, the question is not whether humanity has lost its connection to higher consciousness. The question is how often human beings have been willing to oppose that connection in small, ordinary ways just to keep functioning inside of the social structures we all depend on a daily basis. We are Satanists. We oppose higher consciousness because we are in search of comfort. The bread creates comfort. We want predictability in our life. This is a lot like that what was that movie or the television show, The Twilight Zone, when homeboy went to the wrong hell. He didn't know he was in hell. He was a robber. The dude was a robber. I think the name of the episode is called The Other Place. It's called The Other Place. He went to hell, didn't know he was in hell because his hell resembled his heaven. And his heaven was, he was in casinos and he never lost. He was living the best of the best life. He had the best food. He had all the women he wanted. Every time he played, he won, to the point where after day after day after day after day of doing that, he started to say, hey man, something is wrong. I don't want to be here no more.
Yeah, it's called a nice place to visit.
It's called A Nice Place to Visit?
Yeah, that's the episode.
I thought it was called The Other Place, but that's fine. But do you see? That's the kind of life we're living here. You've been conditioned by Skull and Bones. A great deal of our presidents come from them, right? The skull is the mind, the bone, femur, your thigh bone. We running. We want the thought to get into the legs for motion without the rib cage and the heart and its chakra. We don't want to have care. The Bohemian Society said it's the death of care. You can look that up right. There's images of it. Big ass owl. Do you understand? The question is how often human beings have been willing to oppose the connection, the higher connection, in small, ordinary ways just to keep functioning inside the structures we all depend on. Not out of hatred for truth, but out of fear of losing what makes life feel stable. Spirituality is not stable, but an aquarium is, a psychological aquarium, a psychological hamster wheel that we've been put on. We think we're free because it's stable. I can always get some Hormel chili with crackers and sit down and watch an episode of Jeopardy. This is the life. And if that is the case, then the adversary is not a distant figure from the ancient stories. If it is the quiet pressure that teaches people generation after generation how to live in contradiction without calling it by its name. It's called the cremation of care. Pull it up. Human history suggests a disturbing pattern that repeats itself with an almost embarrassing consistency. The more advanced a civilization becomes, the more it must train its citizens to function in ways that quietly contradict the very ideals the civilization claims to honor. Empires speak of virtue while rewarding conquest. Religion preaches humility while building hierarchies. And modern societies celebrate freedom while conditioning people to measure their worth by productivity, visibility, and acquisition. The contradiction becomes so normal that most people no longer see it as a contradiction at all. They see it as maturity. Anthropology shows that small societies, oh, you seeing it, right? These are the world leaders here in California, right outside of Sacramento. So from the Skull and Bones to the Bohemian Society. What black people doing? Put up the verses. Moloch. Out there worshiping Moloch. You saw Iran burn an effigy of Baal. Did y'all see that? No, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah. This is what we on. Who y'all got? Who we rolling for? Hey, who we rolling with? Did I see Jeff Brown up in here? Tell Jeff Brown I said, what up? This what we on. I'm going to wait till the white man fix everything before I get back in. He got to fix it. He got to fix the money. He got to fix the schools. This is how your men sound. He got to fix the money. He got to fix the schools. He got to fix everything before I start focusing on anything. And in the meantime, I'm Team Tyrese. Like, wow, nobody bought a single book. I'm really trying to sell out my books. It would help me greatly if you guys would go to my website, Mr. ZoWhat, and purchase my books. I have 195 copies remaining. Y'all might as well buy up all the rest of the Lazarus as well. We got pills still. Hey, man, thank you. Growing with Soul. Let me shout out some people in here. Growing with Soul. Thank you, brother. What is this? Is that Keith Thornton? Or Keith? Is that Keith? Ron Thornton? I hope so. I hope I got your name right. Thank you, brother. Let me shout some people out. Jeff Breezy up in here. I see Jeff. At Velt24. Thank you. Lloyd Hinton back in here again. Thank you, Lloyd. He's always in here. Lloyd. Thank you, brother.
You can support us on other shows, man.
The Untamed Way. Appreciate your fire today, Professor Zoe. Thank you. I'm hoping this is making sense. Please don't stop giving these advice. We love you, Zoe. Thank you. Leo the Savage. Got it. At S Johnson 3416. Thank you. At DMV 9510. Thank you. On my end, it lists 12 people out of the 50 that I requested. Usually catch replays. Your wisdom is vital, brother. King Munchies, thank you. This is all super chats, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. Please continue to support. At Shakalata. Hey, thank you. Mike Trenton, 2532. Thank you. Vanetta Colbert, I'll miss visiting the ZoWhat show when I'm in Los Angeles. So many great jewels dropped. I'm hoping that I can help Mike find a situation, but he needs some help. Brotherhood, manhood, fatherhood. That brother visited the ZoWhat show as well. Hey family, let's all hit the like button, share, and support. One love, Brother Zo. Thank you. Lloyd Hinton again.
Man. Much appreciation. Shout out to you.
Robin 1963. I just couldn't get the rest. What is it? DPRKDREPROBIN 1963. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Lloyd Hinton. Nell Fox. Thank you, Nell. Thank you guys for the double ups. You guys are doubling up. And then, of course, Sugar Crisp. Or Crisp Sugar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Jonathan Brown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's as far back as it'll let me go. Hey, Ghetto Gourmet. Come on. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm hoping that this is resonating. I've been doing this for a long damn time. And I am hoping that this is making sense, right? Last week we talked about how spirituality, yeah, there it is. There's Baal. Moloch, Baal, all these, idols that were Canaanite idols, right? People don't even understand. El, Canaanite God. That's how you get El. Wow. And that was brought into the Hebrew belief system. El, as a God, as a name, El, right? Baal can also be pronounced Baal. Because A-L and E-L, same word, just different vowel pronunciation. That's why you see the airline Et Al, and it flies to Israel, the Middle East.
Oh, shit.
You see? Or it's Al-El or Al-El. I think that's what it is, Al-El. So you have Baal. You have Moloch. What was Moloch? Fucking child molester, eating kids, killing kids. Oh, it makes sense. So look at the three spaces. The Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, Epstein Island. And then what's the distributing point? Entertainment, social media, politics, education. And what black people doing? How can I be down? Because if I get down with the team, I can shit on where I came from. I'm going to ask you again, are you a Satanist? If you support, right, this world, the way that it is and who governs it, and you can turn around and say they are the devil and they're satanic and they're this and they're that, but they keep you safe. Are you a Satanist? Because what does Satan mean? The term itself, that's why I went into the etymology of it. The term itself means adversary, to go against. If you're going against your highest consciousness in order to stay safe within a toxic society, are you a devil worshiper? Are you a Satanist? This is a real question. This is why our women have turned into passive-aggressive hoes. This is why our men are willing Johns. Hoe, bitch-ass niggas who don't want to be by themselves and cultivate themselves from within. They will bend the knee to somebody who is only there to extrapolate resources out of them until they dry up and go suck on another. No disrespect, they've been conditioned. Even their grandmother. If you got an empty purse and a wet pussy, you doing it wrong. This is things grandmama's been saying. Did grandmama keep us in survival mode? Yes or no?
For sure.
If grandmama kept us in survival, come on, man.
So,
And it ain't just women, it's men. Men and women, black men, and we've been fucking conditioned in this. I'm asking you a question. Are we Satanists? If we're looking at it through the lens that I'm presenting it, if unconditional love is synonymous with God, if individuation, self-actualization, wholeness, a higher level of consciousness, communion with God at the highest level of consciousness, if all of that is the goal, and society is designed for us to passive-aggressively, consciously or unconsciously oppose that, does that make us Satanists, opposers of higher consciousness? Am I being too hard on them?
they need it. They need it.
Well, there's war happening in the land of Armageddon. That's literally in the Bible. The war is Armageddon. What niggas doing? We got to go to Roof Chris.
Oh, they just put a dress code out now, too.
Oh, shit. Guess what? Michael B. Jordan and them sinners, they won. Did y'all see the performance? Oh, Lord. Somebody help me. I sometimes I swear to God, man, I feel like I'm by myself in the world. The way I think, many of these thoughts I cannot unleash on the world. I'm doing it now because this was my only outlet. But like to be able to sit down and really talk to a person and open up and it's hard. Anthropology shows that small societies can afford intimacy, but large societies require structure. So let me do this because I just got a message. Let me clarify something real quick. So the relationship dismount and the holographic relationship are available on Amazon.com. If you guys want to support those books, you can go to Amazon.com and get not the Shrouded Lighthouse. I have the Shrouded Lighthouse. On my website, the Shrouded Lighthouse is the book you can buy from me directly. On my website, you'll see that the Holographic Relationship is out of print. That means I don't have any more physical copies of the Holographic Relationship. However, the Kindle version of that book is available on Amazon.com. The Relationship Dismount is available on Amazon.com in paperback, Kindle, multiple different formats on Amazon.com. So there's 2 books on my website that are technically unavailable on my website, and that's the Relationship Dismount and the Holographic Relationship. Those 2 books are available on Amazon.com. The book that I am stressing that people support, if they want to support me, I am stressing that you go to my website and get the Shrouded Lighthouse. I'll be signing every single copy. The Shrouded Lighthouse is the only book that is available on my website. The Shrouded Lighthouse. That is my latest book, 2021. I have 195 copies. I am urging everybody, go buy that book. Does that make sense? Alonzo Davis, man, it's all love. I'm really hoping that you guys are learning.
Lloyd said he just bought one, and if you could sign it for him, yeah, he just purchased.
Lloyd want me to sign it? Of course.
Yep.
I see it, Lloyd. I see it, Lloyd. Lloyd Hinton, I see it. Oh, I was mistaken. I got one other than Lloyd. I got Joseph and I got Lloyd. So we got 2 book orders. Please, those are the books that are available. The Shrouded Lighthouse. Now, if you want the other books, you have to get them on Amazon.com. All 3 of my books are available on Amazon.com in some format or another.
Okay, DJ Inglewood. They got a book.
DJ Inglewood, I paid for a book. Thank you. Oh, you asked that. I asked a question.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
already
just
answered it. Thanks. Okay. All right. Y'all want me to keep going for another 10, 15 minutes?
I mean, we can, but
I mean, it's up to them. Y'all let me know right now. If not, I will wrap this thing up. Alonzo, Wayne, Rail, Cedric, Joseph, Leo, Miss Pretty, Lauren, Superstar, Miss Pretty a couple of times. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. Thank you. L.S. Jefferson. Listen, brother. Adicimiolia. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Adicimiolia. Adicimiola. Thank you. Booby. Come on, John Gilbreth. Joe King. Eddie. And there's Lloyd. You guys want to continue to support your brother on Cash App, I'd appreciate it. But what would really warm my heart is if you guys would show up for my self-publishing work. It's really hard to push yourself to be a thought leader, to change how we think, how we see, participate. And what's interesting is people will listen to me and take what I say, and they won't
apply it,
credit me or apply it. They're just saying it so they can sound deep, so they can sound smart. They've taken a lot from me. You know, I've contributed a lot to this space. You know, YouTube and the likes. Formatting, the styles of shows, the types of discussions. What would warm my heart is if they would support the work, right? And then apply the work. Not just regurgitate the work, but apply the work. I appreciate everybody hitting the super chat. But if this is the last one, I'm hoping that you guys go overboard and support your brother. Shit, we got to support damn Mike.
Yeah. Sure.
So I'm going to go for a few more minutes. Anthropology shows that small societies can afford intimacy, but large societies require structure. Structure requires rules. Rules require sacrifice. And sacrifice often requires the ability to ignore feelings that would otherwise slow the system down. The larger the machine, the less room there is for hesitation, for consideration. The hesitation that consideration brings. This does not mean civilization is evil. It means civilization runs on trade-offs. And one of the oldest trade-offs in human history is the exchange of inner awareness for outer stability. That shit resonates like a motherfucker with me. I don't know how to see. This means this does not mean civilization is evil. It means civilization runs on trade-offs. And one of the oldest trade-offs in human history is the exchange of inner awareness for outer stability. They condition women not to be spiritual goddess. And when I say spiritual goddess, I mean at the highest motherfucking level. Do you know who the first protector was? Your mama. You living in her body in a baby apartment. She's your guardian. She's, man.
Baby apartment.
They talk, oh, you're fragile, you're weak, you're this, you're that. That's because before it was about the masculine representation of God. What did Credo Mutua say? Oh, all of outer space is a womb. What? Huh? It's the mother. It's the mother. South African shaman. All the white people over there bending down, worshiping. The universe is a womb. All the African belief systems is saying, hey, don't.
I didn't hear that right. You say that one more time.
The universe is a womb. Come over here. Y'all bitches is weak. Yeah. Just like, they listen, white man is genius. Subdue femininity. Subdue that. Subdue all of the rivals. All we got to do is play psychological games. We can't whoop nobody ass. So let's create the psychological framing that tames everybody. Oh no, nigga mean ignorant. Get your ignorant ass over here and be some property, nigga. Oh, you used to call yourself Neger, Negos. God. Nagas. Serpent kings. Get over here, nigga Naga. Nigga Naga. Come here. Sit the fuck down. Be my stool. That's what nigga means to me. Stool. Wrench. Nigga. Wrench. Get over here. That's his genius. Oh, this means this to you? Not no more. Oh, so women, the primordial chaotic waters of noon. Nation of Islam say triple stage darkness. That's a womb, nigga. Ancient Kemet, the primordial waters of noon, the chaotic waters of noon. What is that? That's a woman. That's a womb. What came out of the womb first? Or what penetrated the womb inwardly? A pyramid. The first land. Out of the chaotic, cosmic, conscious waters of noon. Okay. Fast forward to today. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out
the way.
Come on, man. The fuck? Every empire that ever existed, from the ancient world to the modern global economy, has rewarded the traits that keeps the system functioning, not necessarily the traits that keep the soul open. The system is the Satan to the open soul. The system opposes the development of an open soul, of God consciousness. And everybody who capitulates to that system becomes Satanist adversaries to an open soul by proxy.
Yep.
Psychology and neuroscience makes the situation even less romantic. When human beings live under constant stimulation, economic pressure, social comparison, and chronic uncertainty, the nervous system shifts into survival mode. In survival mode, the brain becomes efficient, not enlightened. Empathy narrows, patience shortens, reflection feels like luxury. Reflection feels like luxury. The humanities taught in these over here. You go be some type of engineer, nigga, if you want to be alive. If you want to stay alive, get into STEM, do something different. All of this over here, this is a luxury. This is for the aristocracy. The deeper thoughts about the world and God and philosophy. Black people were born with. In survival mode, the brain becomes efficient, not enlightened. Empathy narrows. Patience shortens. Reflection feels like luxury. Under these conditions, people do not wake up in the morning deciding to oppose higher consciousness. They simply adapt to whatever keeps them safe, employed, and socially accepted. Over time, adaptation can look suspiciously like opposition. You're a Satanist to higher consciousness. And the white man ain't gonna never let you be able to get to that higher consciousness because he's gonna label it devil worship. But what was Jesus teaching? Was Jesus teaching higher consciousness? Yeah, he was. If you just read the red words. Oh, but they're geniuses. Let's include some black words written by Paul, who opposed every fucking thing Jesus said. You know, secret society, that's devil worship. Why was Jesus in a secret society? There are a couple of them. The Essene. You don't want to talk about the Essene and the Qumran caves? Oh, well, what about him being after the order of Melchizedek in the book of Hebrews, written by Paul again? How do you know, Paul? Because clearly you started cracking after the shit was over.
Oh.
So who told you? Oh, we got to take your word that God or an angel told you. Cool. But in the book of Hebrews, said he was saved from death. Wait a minute. Is that particular verse alluding to the fact that Jesus did not die on the cross, was not crucified? He said he prayed, and prayed, and who was saved from death, and having been made a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. Wait a minute. Jesus is a high priest after the order of Melchizedek. Melchizedek, Melchizedek, Zodok, righteous. It's like another term for angel too. Zodok. Wait, Melchizedek. Jesus is after the order of an angel? But if Jesus, God, and the Holy Ghost are one, how can the source of all that is be in an order after an angel or a being it created? Does that being have some knowledge the source doesn't have? This is where the ancient idea of adversary becomes psychologically useful. In its original sense, the term did not only refer to a supernatural villain, but to the force that obstructs alignment with truth or awareness. Seen this way, the adversary does not need horns, robes, or secret rituals. The adversary can appear every time human beings choose comfort over clarity, status over consciousness, or security over inner and outer understanding. Even religious history reflects this irony. The same traditions that warn against worshiping the world often develop prosperity doctrines, political alliances, and institutional power structures that reward the very attachments they caution against. Meanwhile, cultures known for producing some of the world's deepest philosophical and spiritual teaching still find themselves building armies, stockpiling weapons, and negotiating survival in the same geopolitical arena as everyone else. The world does not pause for enlightenment. It pauses for power, social power. The uncomfortable possibility, then, is not that humanity has become satanic in the theatrical sense, but that civilization itself repeatedly conditions people to act as adversaries to their own higher potential, not out of malice, but out of adaptation. When material success feels more attainable than inner clarity, when attention becomes currency, and when survival demands efficiency, the pursuit of the world can slowly replace the pursuit of consciousness, while everyone insists they are doing exactly what they are supposed to do. And history suggests that this may not be a new problem, a modern problem, or even a Western problem. It may be the oldest human habit of all. I hope that everybody got something out of this. Did you, Francisco?
I did.
Skull and Bones piece fucked you up, didn't it?
Fucked me up, man.
Head and legs.
You said the system absorbs the moral weight. That one right there.
The system absorbs the moral
You
weight.
ain't even got to worry about it.
Don't think about it. You just keep winning.
We'll take it on. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, if this is my final show, I would ask that please keep supporting. KG, thank you for the $5 Cash App. I would ask that even after this thing goes off the air, y'all find a way to support. If it's buying a book, I would ask that y'all just find a way to support your brother. Buying a book, supporting the book. Let me just say this, Jerry. Jerry got a book. Thank you, Jerry. Shyne got a book. Thank you, Shyne. Lloyd and Joseph. You guys are my book people. I got 3 books off. So, again, like I said, I got 195 copies remaining. Nothing would make me happier if you guys would go and support The Shrouded Lighthouse. That book is available now. I'm about to get up out of here. Francisco?
Yes, sir.
It has been amazing.
It has been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. I'm hoping, like I said, we can
be
find
back
some
next
type
week.
of situation for Mike. But I appreciate everybody for being in here for all of these years, for rocking with the show, for supporting your brother Zoe Williams. I'll let y'all know. Well, Mike gonna let us know.
I know, right?
Mike is gonna let us know,
Figure it
correct?
out. Yeah. So, yeah, hope to see y'all next week, man.
All right then. Deuces.